Alright, bro, we back with our favorite YouTuber, Bomba Clubman. Jason, Blaha, Strength and Fitness, Bomba Clud, Rasta Clud, Team Blaha. Whatever. I'm just talking shit. Let's review this video. Taking supplements that you believe help gain muscle while claiming natural. I love this. Alright.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to tell you guys to
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha.
stop buying supplements because you think they make you natty. And that may sound weird.
Stop buying supplements because you think they make you natty. What? Stop buying them because you think they make you natty. No, they buy them because they think that's the magic pill that will build a muscle. Do you understand? Without putting in the work. Like in all my videos, I said protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. Now, if you can't exceed that breakdown, too bad. You ain't building any muscle. End of story, bro.
But that is actually one of the biggest selling points that the con artist supplement industry has pulled for decades. And that's to tell people, well, being not natty is bad. In other words, putting drugs into your body for the purpose of gaining muscle or losing fat's bad. But putting supplements into your body for the purpose of gaining muscle or losing fat is good, and it's still natural. Right? It's natural. And it's such a ridiculous selling point, but it works. And I mean, this got so bad that I think, what was it, about 10 years ago, 12 years ago? I forget the exact year at this point. You guys remember when Superdrol was an over-the-counter supplement?
Yeah, Superdrol. They found that they put steroids in your supplements, these supplement companies. So they used designer drugs, and they were found in them. And so, yeah, they had them remove them off the shelf once they discovered what was inside there. Of course, it wasn't against FDA because they're designer drugs. They have to catch up to them. But yeah, so people thought, yeah, man, I'm a natty. I'm building muscle. Look, supplements do not build muscles. They could build you some artificial muscle. You understand me? What's in supplements? Think about it. What's in these supplements? Okay, you're gonna say, well, there's some protein in there. It isn't animal protein, man. It's some garbage stuff. I don't know. Maybe whey protein, casein. I don't know. It's a lot of waste product. Okay, it's a lot of waste product, probably from the animal industry and plant industry. So yeah, it's a combination. But there's a lot of sucrose, dextrose, fructose. All these things, they create artificial muscles. They call it sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Yeah. And again, lifting chronically gives you inflammatory muscles. They're fake.
FDA hadn't caught up with the whole pro-hormone thing and all of that, and so a bunch of designer steroids like Superdrol, which hadn't been fully classified because in clinical trials they decided they weren't useful for therapeutic purposes, right? They were tested, created by pharmaceutical companies, but like, this isn't really, the risk versus reward isn't here. So they just didn't get made into prescription.
That's why I say these phony influencers like, what's his name? All these people, Omar Isofs and Alpha Destiny and a whole bunch of other ones out there. They're all like, man, taking creatine and other products to create phony muscles, a phony rip, a phony look, a phony whatever. Eventually they all cave in. It's for the likes and subscribes and the subs. Because natural doesn't work for them because they don't truly want to put in the work. It's costly to do that. And they don't know how to. That's the problem. They don't know how to.
Prescription substances. Well, there was some loopholes still in the laws, so in America, all the supplement companies started selling them as pro-hormones. But they weren't actually pro-hormones, were they? They were just straight up oral anabolics. Superdrol was one of them. Perfect example. How many natural pro bodybuilders were using it, admitting using it while claiming natural, because then the supplement industry did what? Well, they fund all the natural bodybuilding shows. Where do you think the money comes from for all that stuff?
It comes from the supplements. You people fund it. Look, it's an industry. How else could they need money? They're not going to go around begging for it, and people are not going to give it to them for free. So they have to scam you by stealing your money, giving you supplements. Do you understand me? Useless stuff that doesn't work. It'll create some phony artificial muscles. You know what I mean? But other than that, it won't do anything for you. Some things here I have to agree with the coach, our coach Blaha, bro. He definitely is speaking truth here, my friend.
Supplement industry. So they're like, well, we're selling these, so let's keep them as being natural. So most of the body.
Yeah, they sell them to you as being natural because, well, it's waste product and fructose, dextrose, and all that. Still artificial. The whole thing is to create an artificial muscle, and that makes you happy. Look, they're into making you happy. The industry. They figured, well, they know that you'll never exceed that breakdown in protein. You won't eat it because you don't have any money. You don't have enough money. So they sell you something like a protein at a reasonable price, a jar, a bottle. They put some nice pictures on it. They give a description on it. And they go, yeah, look, there's some creatine in there as well for you. There's some protein, dextrose, fructose, a bunch of concoction in there. And they say this builds a muscle. And it does. It builds an artificial muscle. They're not going to write on the supplement, hey, man, this builds artificial muscle. Otherwise, you wouldn't buy it. Because you're like, why the fuck would I want to build an artificial muscle? Yeah, so they're actually helping you build muscles, artificial muscles, and in turn, you're happy. You're like, look, yeah, you turn around, you pose, and you go, look, I got some muscles. But did you get physically stronger because you got some artificial muscles? No, because an artificial muscle is not a strong muscle. Only a real muscle could be a strong muscle.
Bodybuilding organizations then said, well, no, those aren't illegal. They don't require a prescription, and their pro hormones are over the counter. We're going to allow them, so we're not going to test for them. They're going to be allowed. And then all these guys were like, yeah, I mean, they're.
Yeah, the pro hormone thing that they put in the supplements, that's really going too far now. Again, that's artificial muscle growth. I told you. That's just to further that, to give you more artificial muscle growth. So, okay, so let's say they put some pro hormones or whatever the hell they're doing with these supplements. That is so you can create more artificial muscles. Muscles are only ever grown when protein synthesis exceeds that breakdown. And there are two specific ways to build muscle, either through mass or myofibrillar growth. That's all. There's only two ways. And then you still get mass on those fibers. So there's myofibrillar growth plus the mass, or just the mass. That protein needs to exceed that breakdown in order for that domain to be pushed. And it has to be consistent. It can't be stopped at any time. It has to be consistently going on for that period of time to build muscle, whether it's 2, 3, 4 months, 5 months. I don't know how long you want to go, but it's got to be turned on all the time. There cannot be a point in time where there's a breakdown. If there is, it'll take quite a bit of time to go back to exceed that breakdown if nitrogen balance dips.
So they're part of natural bodybuilding. But then now, what do we look at Superdrol as being one of the most powerful oral anabolics ever invented? Well, because the FDA finally caught them and said, hey, wait a minute, these aren't pro hormones. These are literally the same stuff that we have listed as prescription, the same grade of products. These are illegal to sell now. They're felony, right? Well, then obviously when.
That's right. Pro hormones in there. What makes people think that a steroid can actually build a muscle? Scientists have said steroids do not build muscles. They mention this. Steroids do not build muscles. So what builds muscles? Then you're going to say, well, these people took steroids, but they appear to have big muscles. Well, just appearing that you have a big muscle because you took a steroid doesn't necessarily mean that that's real muscle inside there. What's inside there? It could be stuffing. It could be cotton. I don't know, man. It could be anything. Get it? Could be Kool-Aid. What Coach Blaha drinks, Kool-Aid. It could be made up of Kool-Aid, bro. Yes, Dan. People are so brain dead out there.
That happened. The bodybuilding federations, because the supplement companies couldn't legally sell them anymore, which by the
Look, if there's not enough, even if you were taking steroids, if there's not enough protein coming in, then the hormone itself can't build the muscle. It still needs that, how should I put it? It needs that supply to build muscles. You understand me? It needs that matter to build muscles. The more matter, the more it can build these muscles, real muscles. But if you're eating a herbivore diet, like most people, these bodybuilders, and they eat shitloads of carbs, well, it's grabbing the carbs and it's loading it in the muscle, so it's creating an artificial muscle through carbohydrate. Yeah.
a lot of them seem to have gotten rid of their stock of them that was surplus by mixing them into other supplements.
Remember, muscles are constantly breaking down. They're building and breaking, building and breaking. So if you couldn't make it on your shitty little small diet, what made you think you could do it eating the same diet, taking steroids? You understand me? If you're not exceeding that breakdown with protein on your shitty diet and you couldn't build muscle, these guys, and then they take a steroid and they go, look, mom, I got muscles now. Look, I look massive. And they're still eating the same diet. Did they exceed that breakdown? No. So what is that muscle that's inside there? What's that stuffing? Chicken stuffing.
So the people got good results on them and kept buying them when they kicked out new lines of products because they had, hundreds of thousands of dollars of these raw materials still there that were illegal. They just filtered them into as adulterants into the products. But you guys see where we're going with this? But it was considered natural because the industry said it was natural because the industry could still legally sell it to you.
All this stuff further destroys your health. That's what it does.
So people need to keep in mind with the supplement industries, they don't sell you things based upon whether they're a drug or not, or whether they even work or not. They sell them to you based upon whether they can legally sell it.
Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to win $1 million? The secret is out.
Drug or not, or whether they even work or not, they sell them to you based upon whether they can legally sell it to you or not. And then the problem is they start defining what is natural. It's natural if they can legally sell it to you.
It's not on the IOC list. It's natural.
Right.
That's what Greg Doucette says.
And I want to be clear there.
Isn't that what Greg Doucette says? If it's not on the IOC list, it's natural, right? That's why he's selling you all these supplements. Buy my Geo this, that, and a man, boo, boo, boo. You're going to build a muscle. People are insane, bro. Buy my supplement. Buy this capsule, man. It's going to magically build you a muscle. Like Jack and the Beanstalk. He sold the cow. He got a bunch of beans. He goes, what am I going to do with these beans now? I'm going to eat them and build a muscle with these beans. Shit, you should have ate the cow. You would have built the muscle. He sold it for a bunch of beans. It's ridiculous.
The moment in America the FDA ever deregulates oral anabolics and says, these are perfectly fine to sell over the counter, they will become part of natural bodybuilding. Again, they were already, a whole class of them were. Let's be very clear on that because, well, as soon as a supplement industry can legally sell it to you without repercussions, they will, right there over the counter. Then, because they pay for those events, that's what's going to be classified as natural. And you will be considered a natural bodybuilder, even if you admit to taking them. Okay, this is a problem, guys. So you guys see where we're going with this? How many people out there buy products because they believe they're natural? They want to have that natural tag. Well, they're buying all these things over the counter. Whether they work or not is irrelevant. Because they believe that these are substances they can put into their body that will help them gain muscle or lose body fat. That's the exact reason people take PEDs. So if you're putting a substance into your body that is not normal food, right? It isn't normal food.
Wow, he's one to speak. It isn't normal food. Oh, if you're putting a substance that is normal food, what do you mean? If you're putting something that's artificial in your body, what do you expect, right? You're going to get an artificial response. Think about it. You're going to build something artificial if you put something artificial in your body. Yeah, man.
because you believe it will put.
You can even build artificial health. Yeah. You could build artificial strength. You could build artificial muscles and artificial health temporarily. Definitely. That's what the world's made of. That's how they make their money.
10 pounds of muscle on you.
As long as they can keep you happy for a short time, doesn't have to be for the longest time or a long time. As long as they can keep you happy for a short time, they've done their job because they've scammed you.
You're not natty. That's not natural. By the very definition, because the whole
If
definition.
anybody's telling you that they can cure your health ailments or anything with these artificial supplements, with, these artificial lifts will improve your health, or you're going to get stronger by taking this drug or whatever it is, this artificial stuff, they're lying to you, man. You understand me? It's fake. It's temporary. You'll be destroyed down the line. Yeah.
Definition was to be against drugs. Well, if it's capable of doing that, it's a drug. So if you believe that a supplement is capable of doing what a drug can do, then in your mind you're taking a drug.
It is capable of doing it artificially. That's its job.
But it's crazy because people will do these things and they're like, well, I'm natural, I'm drug free. But you're taking a substance that.
Not because they're looking for the magic pill. I told this before in my video. I said, if they were to come out with a pill right now and said, hey man, this thing will make you live longer, I guarantee you those things would fly off the shelf tomorrow. They're looking for the latest, new, and improved thing. It's all artificial. It's like Brian Johnson. His longevity blueprint is artificial. It's fake. It isn't really based on nature. It's all fake what he's doing. And then he's telling you, look, then he puts these things in. I can go to his site now, but he puts all these things in there and says, look, I did this. I should actually make a video on that. I may make that video and talk about him in the next one. This is ridiculous shit, bro. It's like NMN. Once they talked about NMN having all these benefits, they flew off the shelf. They can't wait to try them. All these influencers and everybody, they want to use them right away in the gym, and then they claim they're natty. They're natural. What is natural? If you're using something artificial, is that natural? See what I mean?
You believe has.
If you're eating artificial food, building artificial muscles, are they real? Like a herbivore diet. These fake foods that you're eating, man-made foods, carbs and things, whatever. These are not your natural diet. And if you're building muscles with them, they're artificial because they don't build muscles. Protein does. A high nutrient protein diet does.
PED effects. Do you see where we're going? This is a problem. It's hypocritical. Look, and we can all be hypocrites at times, but we may not be aware that we're being hypocrites. So this is one where people need to think about it. The supplement industry makes billions of dollars off selling people products that they promise drug-like effects from, while claiming they're natural. All right. And then everyone falls for it.
Yeah, they do.
And I'm not going to judge anyone. I mean, do what you want to do. But understand that you are being conned.
Again, I got to agree with Jason Blaha. Yes, we definitely are being conned. You're being conned with the lifting industry as well, the fitness industry. You're going to get fit. Yes, you're going to get fit. But there's no health benefits there at all whatsoever.
Being conned, especially if.
Lifting is not going to improve your health. That's for sure. Lifting, exercise, not going to improve your health. What's going to improve your health is if you eat your proper diet. Once you go out of that realm and eat an artificial diet, you'll be destroyed.
You actually believe it's morally correct. I mean, that's a real.
This guy actually believes he's strong because he's good at lifting a heavy weight. See what I mean? He also believes that if you lift this heavy weight, get good at it, it's a carryover to other sports. Not, because I don't see him doing any gymnastics to you. Let's see him do some flares on the ground and stuff, some pommel horse or something. Those are body weight exercises. He can't do them because he's weak at doing them. Your body has to calibrate. Each time it does something different, it has to calibrate, make it stronger doing that. That takes practice. See what I mean? So yeah, it's not a carryover. It's bullshit.
Hypocrisy. If a person believes it's morally correct to not use performance-enhancing drugs, which are substances you put into your body for the purpose of gaining muscle, gaining strength, or losing body fat, right? But then they take a product just because it's over the counter still, currently, that they believe is a substance that helps them gain muscle, gain strength, or lose body fat.
Yeah, artificial strength, temporary body fat loss, and artificial muscles. Sure, why not? Yeah, they making people happy out there temporarily. You understand me?
Then they're violating their own moral code. Just food for thought.
Yeah.
All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
All right, see you later. Well, that's about it on that one. See you in the next one. Ciao. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. It helps.